Hey there guys, Hugal here with another Who's Review. Under fire today is Darksiders Genesis. Darksiders Genesis takes yet another direction for the Darksiders universe. Its top-down camera may remind you of Diablo, but it is still a Darksiders game at heart. Hard-hitting combo, press B to insta-kill, dungeon exploration, lever pressing, puzzle solving, demon killing goodness, with a few side issues / glitches that may or may not annoy you as you go through the game. Genesis' story takes place before the other Darksiders games in the franchise. The overall plot is quite simple though. Work for the council, kill some bad guys, kill some big bosses, get screwed over by Samael, the end. Story does take place over 13 chapters though, and you'll meet some new faces and familiar ones along the way. The gameplay in Genesis kind of feels like a half-arsed Darksiders games to me. It doesn't have the weapon collecting, armour upgrading, levelling up and loot gathering interesting elements of the other Darksiders games. This one there is stuff to collect. It's just not as vast as the other Darksiders games. My favourite Darksiders is Darksiders 2. That open world RPG Darksiders games was amazing, massive, and I will never not want to not play it. Whereas this game was funny in places, it's kind of okay, and I kind of feel like I'm only playing it because I'm a Darksiders fan and it's an introduction to Strife. War joins Strife on his journey through the Genesis games, where both of them are coming to terms with the fact that they've just slaughtered 99% of their brethren, which leaves for some nice heartwarming interactions between the two of them, and also some funny moments which actually had me laughing.
Knock knock. You're supposed. Why would I give away my location? I would simply smash through the door and face my assailant.
They kind of mimic Star-Lord and Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Both Horsemen are very different in both personality and fighting style. Everybody knows War from Darksiders 1. He's a close quarters tank with more health and more power than Strife, and gets in close to slice off the bad guys' heads. Whereas Strife is more agile, light, has trickster skills such as grenades and various different ammos or ammo types for his gun, or guns I should say. I was kind of hoping for a Strife only Darksiders game this time round, but sadly it's a co-op. But hey, here's hoping for the future, THQ Nordic if you're listening. Darksiders Genesis is far from the best Darksiders game out there, but there is enough in there to keep you entertained and interested for at least one, maybe two playthroughs, as there is a slight new game plus. There's a higher difficulty. Once you complete the game, you can do it again. Like I mentioned earlier, there are, I think, either 3 or 4 armour sets for each character to collect. There's skills, ammo types, health and wrath upgrades to collect, and Genesis brings in a new creature core collecting system, which is easier to understand and annoyingly time consuming to upgrade. But it does offer a wide variety of character upgrades such as health, wrath, ammo and various other things. I can only list 3 off the top of my head. Memory's a bitch. You may find yourself repeating a level to grind out extra souls or cores over and over again, with nothing new to offer in those levels. Genesis does offer, like I mentioned earlier, an arena. You can grab your extra cores and souls from that if you wish, if you don't fancy grinding the same level, watching the same cutscenes over and over again. It gets annoying. One of the main problems that I find with the top-down camera, not only is it 2020 and consoles are powerful enough to withstand a full third-person game, so you don't have to do an entirely zoomed-out camera, is the foreground kept getting in the bloody way. You'll be fighting a boss, and although you are both teal and lit up, You can't see the B insta-kill B button. You can't see if they're hitting you or nothing. You can't see the items they dropped, and it's just frustrating. It's like, I don't know if there's an item there. What do? I can't insta-kill this boss because there's a foreground thing in the way. And also with the top-down menu, the beam puzzles were extremely annoying because it was really hard to kind of maneuver which way you were going because the camera angle was just awkward. I found myself dying more often than not from a beam puzzle than an actual mob or boss, which after like the third or fourth time it got really frustrating and I had to like back off and cool down, else I was going to lose my shiv. On a lighter note, this is the first Darksiders games with co-op, yay! The co-op system, when it works, it's really fun and really easy to kind of like do the puzzles and not have to jump down, go over and jump up again because you're by yourself, and have somebody else managing War or Strife depending on who you pick's skills, so that you didn't have to then swap to open a door just to swap back again. But when it doesn't work, or when you're with somebody who may or may not understand the mechanics of Darksiders, use a tank and way to waste one of your charges. Right, let's practice hitting this thing on the wall. Right. No, you have to press it with your boomerang. So, my final thoughts on Darksiders Genesis. I do kind of miss Darksiders 2 RPG, looter slasher elements, collecting stuff, having loads of loot to collect. I like my loot. I'm a hoarder. This game kind of feels like, you know, if you're hungry and you want a sandwich, but you go downstairs and you make yourself some bread and butter, not filling, instead of getting like an actual sandwich, like you're too lazy to put filling in it. This is what this game feels like. It's Darksiders, but with no loot. Strife in this is fantastic, he's funny, he's so different from War, their interactions they have is great, the co-op system when it works is great. They just need to fix the freaking game, and to be fair, re-release it as a third-person view, not a top-down, then it would probably be great. It would be like a 10 out of 10, but sadly, with the glitches and the frustration and the emptiness of not enough loot, it's gonna have to be a disappointing 5 out of 10. If it's on sale and you don't already have it, then get it. If you're a huge Darksiders fan and don't have it already, miss it and wait for Darksiders 4. Well, that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my Darksiders Who Play. And as always, I've been Hugal, you've been my audience, and I shall see you next time.